All right, guys. You wanted an update, TRT. I think it's been 3 years, going on four. I think somewhere around there. Or is it 4 years? I don't know. It's been a while. So you guys have asked what I take and all these random things. So I'm just gonna go through some of my labs with you and let you know my experiences. So currently, I'm on 100 milligram testosterone. I shoot myself one shot per week. Um, and then I'm just going to go over some of my lab values here. This would have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. So the big, let's see. My red blood cell was 17.8. My hematocrit was 53. So that's too high. So what do you do to fix those problems? I go give blood. I haven't given blood, nor have I worked out for 5 or 6 months. So that'll my hypothesis will apply to that later on. My red blood cell, I haven't given blood. I crashed my red blood cells and my hematocrit because I gave blood too much one particular year. And then last year, it was completely fine. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I've heard it's normalized or whatever. So I ended up getting tested. I kept having bouts of high blood pressure. It's probably related to that. Um, Hematocrit's essentially like the thickness of the blood. And of course, if something's thick, it takes more pressure to push it. High blood pressure. Let's see what else. Testosterone was 837 total testosterone, and that's measured in nanograms per deciliter. Estradiol is 50. Again, that's high. I think, what is it? What's the range? Anything above 40. All right, let's see here. What else? Anything else? All right, so I'm going to go over my cholesterol. That's the big thing you have to watch, especially if you're a step above white trash like me. And some of the genetic components you can't really overcome. You can just mitigate what you can. Um, the lower end of the good cholesterol, HDL, is 40. I've never been 40, even when I eat clean. The highest it's ever been, I think, was like 38, 37. Last year it was 13. And I thought, just the testosterone. From what I've read, like testosterone soaks it up and utilizes or whatever. Don't know. Without reading up on it, I don't want to pretend like I'm smart or sound, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know what little bit I've read. Um, anyway, so here's my cholesterol panel. Well, that's too high. HDL was 39 compared to 13 last year, and I've still ate like shit over the years, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Triglycerides are 218. Anything above 150 is bad. Cholesterol, LDL is 118. I think it's anything above 100 on that one. Total, let's see, cholesterol ratio is 4.9, just under the good. Um, let's see what else. Glucose 81. A1C. Where's my A1C? Oh, I found out that I needed to stop drinking too because my ALT was double what my AST was, which is acute hepatitis. So I had to stop drinking. I was drinking too much chronically, apparently. So I'll take a 2 or 3 month break and retest it and make sure it comes back down to normal. Anyway, let's see. What was my A1C? A1C was 5.1. Anything less than 5.7 is good. Cool. Let's see what else. So that's pretty much it. Well-being. I still feel great. The only thing is, I think when your estradiol climbs, you get more moody. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know because they say like testosterone is related to aggression. Um, I don't really think that's true. I think it can play a part in it, but I think it's kind of like it just multiplies who you are anyway. So if you're a dick, you're gonna be a bigger dick. If you're a nice person, you're just gonna be a more nice person. Um, Weight. So here's the funny thing: my weight. Now I didn't work out for 6 months, and I'm going on 41 this year, so could be the 40-year-old spread. The most I weighed on, or actually last year I weighed myself. I think I was 218, and I was holy shit 218. It's like the most I've ever weight's 210. Doing the full on girl thing, freaked out. Weighed myself just 5 minutes ago. I'm 226. But yeah, still eat Reese cups. So I don't know. Water weight, estradiol. Let's see, what else? That's it. Strength is the same, but again, I took off 5 months, but it doesn't take that long. Like I'm already almost back into my maxes where I'd worked out for like a year and a half, 2 years consecutively. Let's see what else. The TRT thing with just dudes in general. Goddamn, guys, fucking do some research. I'm not your mommy. Like, don't ask me a question that's as basic as, is TRT forever? Yeah, yeah, it's forever. Unless you want to go back to low symptoms or low testosterone, which will lead to symptoms, which is the whole reason you got on testosterone in the first place. Like, you just deal with the side effects and you try to mitigate the side effects. It's forever. Which again, oh well, I don't want to do it forever. Which just emphasizes how dumb you are and shows why you're dumb. Like, oh, I'm lazy and I don't want to do anything about it. Oh, I got to do something. Oh, God, it drives me crazy. Like, then don't do it. If you can't do it forever, then fucking be miserable, die sooner, so the world doesn't have to deal with your dumb shit anymore. Let's see. But I will say this. But I digress. I'm trying to think. What else does anybody else ask me? Gels are shit. Pellets are shit. And I'm speaking from what I've read, and I've watched tons of YouTube videos, different people, and they all consistently have the same thing. I did have a doctor in Nebraska like, let me put some pellets in your butt. I'm good. I'm married, which I'm not. Trying to think what else. If you're going to get on testosterone, make sure you need it. Like total testosterone, thyroid. Um, are you fat? I feel like I'm talking to women. Like, yeah, I'm curvy. Yeah, you're one curve. Fucking circle. You're round. You're fat. Fix that first, or at least start working out and see if that fixes some of the problems. Oh my god. I'm almost like a little bit of a glass house. Like, I don't eat that great, but goddamn, at least do something to try to fix it, not just be like, I just want a magic pill. Anyway, but I digress. So I'm going to end on this. This was the funny thing. So the doctor I was using before, I was actually on an assignment in Michigan, and I get this email out of the blue. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll say Dr. Baker, whatever his name was. Dr. Baker has died. We're just letting you know the clinic's going to still be open and stuff like that. The clinic I use is I pay for a membership, and a year membership's like $600. I can go in. I just pay at cost for services, whether it's albuterol inhaler, suture, stitches, whatever. Um, it's a good deal. And then I get shitty insurance, and then if anything catastrophic happens, it's going to cost thousands of dollars anyway. Whatever. Um, well, he dies, and I come back down. I literally drive from Michigan on my first day off back down to Tennessee, and was like, "Yeah, give me some prescription for testosterone before you guys close up shop," because I figured they were going to close up shop, but they didn't. They got a new doctor in. They kept the clinic open, and this dude, he sees my lab values, the high hematocrit, the high red blood cell count, and the high testosterone. And what was it, 836, whatever I said it was. Your testosterone doesn't need to be that high for a 41-year-old man. You need to stop taking testosterone. That was his advice. And this goes out to the people that are like, I've been to doctor after doctor after doctor. I feel you. I was called depressed for probably a couple years before I talked to my endocrinologist that I happened to be working with at the hospital, and she finally validated. She was like, "No, dude, your testosterone should be at least 500, not 200. Like, they're dumb. Get on some shots." Anyway, so this guy's like, "Oh, just stop taking testosterone." Now imagine this: testosterone and insulin, both hormones. Imagine you're a type 1 diabetic where your pancreas doesn't work at all and you have pump or shots permanently. Imagine him saying, your glucose, well, in this case, we'll go with low instead of high. Your glucose is too low, so you just need to stop taking glucose. He wouldn't say that. How dumb is it to be like, well, you just need to stop taking testosterone? And the other thing is, he saw the high hematocrit, high hemoglobin. And again, let's say I'm a layperson. I would have just stopped. But I know this guy is a moron. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And it's irresponsible for him to say, just stop taking it. I haven't went back to talk to him yet, but I can't wait for this because I'm sure it's going to be like, I'm the doctor and you're the patient, and I'm going to tell you what's what. And I'm going to be like, okay, hey, prorate me, give me my money back on my membership. I'm going to go somewhere else. But yeah, man, like literally he was like, just stop taking it. And I was like, no, I'll just go give blood and it'll be fine. You don't stop taking this. But again, to be fair, I haven't got a chance to talk to him. This was relayed through once they got the results in. And it's funny too, because I literally called the blood center and I was like, hey, after they got that, I was like, hey, can I come give blood? Now the lab value said 53, and I think when I went there to check, they checked me and my hematocrit was 54%, and the threshold's 54. So I almost needed therapeutic bloodletting. So yeah, so those are some of the things. Like, so that's a, for instance, a personal story with a doctor, um, where you can run into issues where like they're just. I've worked with a ton of doctors. I'm not that impressed by doctors if they don't specialize in whatever they're talking about. Now, those people generally higher than 80% chance they know what they're talking about. But still, it's just like fast food workers. Sometimes you get a good burger and fries. Sometimes you get a shit shake. It's the same. We're humans, man. So you have to be an advocate for yourself. And this goes for the YouTube commenters asking dumbass questions like, oh, is it forever? Well, by you asking that means you haven't done any fucking research. You pathetic electrified meat puppet. Come on, people. Men, do better. I just spit on my computer. Hope you didn't see that. Love you, sexy son of a bitch. I don't sound gay or anything, but I'm gonna suck all your stinky penises. I denounce and reject that statement. Good talk.